Unless Asmongold TV here, ask everyone to rate their own looks.
Is that actually Asmongold TV?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
We'll go with that.
Ask everyone to rate their own looks on a scale of 1 to 10. You can't pick 7. Own looks, physical looks, scale of 1 to 10.
I'm curious, based on what? Like societal beauty standards?
Whatever you want to use.
Well, I'm just curious because there's no such thing as objective, right? So like societal beauty standards are also like
then.
I don't rate myself. I mean, I'm like comfortable with, okay, look, I'll say I'm comfortable with how I look. Obviously, societally, I'm not going to be like what the most people might find most conventionally attractive, and someone might rate me super low.
So if somebody said that you were a 3, can you tell me, would you disagree with them?
Well, I might truly really not be their preference, right?
I know,
Everything's made up of preferences.
Would you disagree with them?
Well, I think I look better than they think I do.
Great. Whatever that number is,
I just don't know how to
give us
quantify
that.
it.
Whatever that
I don't know how to
number, hang
quantify
on. Whatever that number is, hang on. Whatever that number is that you disagree with him and you think you are, then give us that one.
But I don't know what number I think I am.
Well, I mean, you disagreed with him if he said you were a 3, so you know you're not that number. So whatever the number is that you think
No,
you're,
I don't think.
hang on.
He
Whatever
can think
no,
of it,
hang on,
maybe
hang
I'm
on. Hang on,
unattractive.
Whatever number you think you are that made you disagree with him when he said you were a 3, tell us what that is.
I mean, when I think about this number, it's like it's always like this kind of question's always based on societal beauty standards, because I can say I'm completely comfortable with
Which
how
many of which are universal.
right, but I thought we said there's no such thing as like objective or universal.
So beauty-
Universal
wait, hold on.
morality is
So-
different than
Okay, I mean, I
wait.
can talk about universal like as in societal beauty
Okay,
standards.
but so beauty, it's not objective in like a strict
Beauty's
philosophical.
subjective,
Can you
right?
not interrupt? Oh my God.
Go on.
So it's not objective in a strict philosophical sense, but it's not purely subjective either. It's not just in the eye of the beholder. Mm-hmm. So I think it's at least partially grounded in objective, measurable things.
Okay, so that's what I was saying earlier. If I'm considering how like across society, how like people would rate me, like I don't know, maybe like a 6.5. I don't know. That's my guess.
So closer.
I gave you a number.
But you can't pick 7, but you pick 6.5.
Well, it says
So
not
if you had to pick
7.
6 or you had to pick 8.
I'll pick a 6 purely because, I mean, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kate, what about you?
10.
Love it.
8.
Closer to the mics if you can, guys. We heard it. Go.
But
10?
you don't think you're an 8?
No. You're 10.
I really do think I'm an 8. Like we're just saying looks only, right? Like no
Yeah.
other factors. Yeah, I think it's fine.
What? All right.
Wait, you think he's higher?
Pretending to be humble.
You have a thing for Asian guys. I mean, I get it. What?
Okay, Mr. Watches Sex in the City.
Hey, look, it's that there's a lot of real, like, relatable, stuff.
Say R&D. Just say R&D.
It was research. But so, Andrew, that's kind of not mean to say,
I'm not mean. I'm not being mean.
He's being nice.
Yeah, what are you
Wait,
talking
you
about?
think he's higher than an 8 or lower?
Compared to like the norms of beauty no, of course not. He's like, fucking shitbag like you. What are we all, 5s? No, I'm less than that. I'm like 4 or 3. Yeah.
All right. Here, let's let everybody answer first, though, before we get into the
10.
What?
Sorry, bud.
8.
8. Okay.
I definitely don't fit into societal beauty standard norms, so I'm going to say 9. I mean, there was even a comment. Like,
I would have said 11, but
I think I'm beautiful. I'm just saying that because what she's saying about like norms, I'm not normal.
There's how comfortable
Wait,
you feel with yourself,
into the
and then
mic.
there's like how other people are going to regard you. There's a distinction.
Right. If we're considering how other people are going to regard me, I'm not normal looking. But I'm going to give
Is
myself
that
a 9.
confusing, Andrew?
What about, like, just facial attractiveness? Like, so, because
I think I'm
you're
pretty.
talking about, like, because you do bodybuilding, right?
Right.
But that really doesn't change, like, face much.
I'll give my face a 10.
Okay. What about you?
I would say a 9.
Okay. What about you?
1.
Okay, come on. Really?
I just reject societal beauty standards.
Okay, all right.
I don't.
I'm
wanna
gonna go
be-
have a cigarette. This is the most ridiculous numbers I've ever heard in my
This
life.
is actually really pretty
Andrew,
bad.
can I join you?
This is the worst. The
only-
worst I've ever seen. The worst.
Why
No,
would
go
I
ahead.
not
You
be
can go
able to
ahead.
say
I'll-
I think I'm a 9?
Because you're not.
But
Fuck, it's
if
not.
it's
Not
all-
even. Not in
if-
any
if-
fucking
are we going-
conceivable universe
are
in
we going
anywhere
off-
that there's
Hey,
alien
Gorlock
life or
said
you're
10,
9.
so I agree. She's 9.
It's not even possible. How would you ever rate yourself as a 9? This is the most beautiful fucking women on planet Earth are a 9. What? Where do these fucking delusional shit come? I gotta have a smoke.
All right.
I mean, she could.
I don't understand why I'm not allowed to believe something
You can
that I
believe all
see.
kinds
I
of shit that ain't
confidently
true.
see in
People do it all the
myself.
time.
Okay, but I confidently see something in myself. Is the question how I am viewed by society or how I view myself? Because I've interpreted
Shouldn't that
it.
be somewhat grounded in, yes, how, like, so beauty would be something to some degree external to you, like your physical appearance, absent mirrors and smartphones, that is something interpreted by externalities, other people.
Okay.
So here, maybe we can ask a different question then. So, okay, you think this, you think you're a 9. Going around the table, whatever your rating is, what do you think if you're in a room with a cross section of 100,000 men? What do you think they would rate you on average? I guess starting with you, and then we'll go that way.
Me?
No, you.
Me?
Yes, you. Oh my God.
Okay. Okay. So the question is cross section 100,000 men.
The average rating of, oh my God.
Oh man, an average rating that they would rate me. Okay.
Yes. Do you want to repeat it one more time?
No,
Okay.
not particularly.
Do you want to answer the question, please?
A 1.
At that rate, I would
Alright,
say
that's just a troll answer. Okay, what about you?
I would say a 6.
A 6. Okay, what about you? Into the mic, please.
9.
9. Okay.
I'd still think I'm an 8.
Well, that doesn't really answer the question. You would still think you're an 8.
Like based
but
on what?
They would rate you an 8? Or
I
you
think
would
so, yeah.
They would rate you a 3, but you would still think you're an 8.
No, I would still think they would rate me an 8. I've have lost a ton of weight. I do like, even though I'm a little more baggy, I actually have a pretty general preferred body type. I do have plenty of men who come up to me in places and find me attractive and message me, and I have followings on social media, and I don't understand why, like, just because I'm covered up. Like, I have a very preferred curvy body type. My personality is enjoyable, even though I haven't gotten to show that in almost 6 hours on this podcast. But I'm a pretty cool person, so like looks wise, personality wise, like education wise, background wise,
Men-
yeah, I would be an 8, but I'm not Angelina
But it's
Jolie.
about looks. It's about looks. So why would your personality and your education matter?
I'm just adding that in, and I am still on the point. Yeah, I would think I would be an 8 in most men's eyes
Just-
if they were all like 100 men rated me. Yeah, I would.
Can we? You mentioned like related to looks. You have a more curvy body. Can we break down the looks rating, your own looks rating, face and then body?
Yeah, I do have a nice. I mean, I don't think my face is pretty terrible. Like, I have a pretty nice face. I've always,
What do
if
you-
anything,
okay.
had a nice face going for me more than anything else. So I don't understand. Like, if you're not attracted to my face, that's fine. But it tends to be actually that, or like my breasts, or my like waistline tends to be what most men prefer about me is my face, or like my body type.
Okay. So if you had to rate your face and rate your body separately, what would the rating be?
I wouldn't rate them differently.
Well, you said your looks are 8, so is the face 8, body 8?
I would still, yeah, they're both 8s. Yeah,
But is it like body 9, face 7, or both 8?
both 8.
Both 8. Okay. What about you, Lola?
10.
So 100,000 men are in a room. You think the average rating you'll get is a 10?
You're gonna hate my answer. I truly do think that I have a very warped perception of how I look. I don't think that I really have any grasp of how other people view me. And I personally don't have any interest in knowing. So when I say 10, that is because I think that any number could be equally as likely. I wouldn't be surprised if they all said 1. I also wouldn't be surprised if they all said 10. I truly have very little idea of how I'm perceived. And I'm perfectly okay with that. So if I'm going to take a shot in the dark, I'm going to guess the one that I do personally believe myself to be, even if I don't know other people's perspectives.
So you couldn't.
Like,
You think 1 would be just as likely as 5?
if
Like
we're talking like statistically, I guess 5 is the most like likely because
Or
it'll average
6.
out to it. I don't know.
Well, so you can't. It sounds like you can make a determination because you said, well, it could be 10, it could be 1.
I wouldn't be surprised if every person in that room said 10. I wouldn't be surprised if every person in that room said 1.
How? Wait, that doesn't even make sense.
I think that my beauty standards are wildly different than everyone else I interact
What
with.
are your beauty standards?
You're gonna hate it.
Okay, what? Go ahead.
I think that there are very few features that I would ever look at and find unattractive. I think it's more based on facial balance. I think that people can have features that don't work well together, but I don't think that there's any inherent feature that makes someone uglier. It just is if it doesn't work with their other features.
If they're fat.
That I don't think that I don't think that it's wrong if that affects other people's beauty standards. For me, I personally don't find it unattractive.
Yeah, how many fat people you've been with?
Like morbidly obese.
The truth.
The amount of morbidly obese people I've ever known in my life are maybe 2, and they are far out of my age range to date.
You've never met anybody who's fat in your own age range? Come on.
Genuinely, I do not like. I can't think of people who have ever been close in my life. That, yeah.
Just like decoding all the bullshit is going to take forever. It really, Mystery, I know you're listening. Mr. Enigmatic, just do the raid. Just do the raid over to whatever. Go to sleep. We have a debate tomorrow. Just do the fucking raid. I already know, you poor guy. Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
Okay. What about you? 100,000 women. What do you think they rate?
In the
you?
West, probably a 6. I'd go down.
What about in?
I think Asia's a strong 8.
But are you Korean, Japanese, Vietnamese?
Oh, I'm Taiwanese.
Taiwanese. Okay.
See, that
All right.
makes more sense. That's more reasonable. That's rational.
Okay. Well, Kate.
I would say if it's compared to other influencers, probably like an 8, maybe a 7 even. But if you compared me to just 100 average women in a Texan Walmart, 11.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing is, though, is that, like, it's hard to beat you up on a beauty standard because you're one of the most famous Twitch streamers, sex workers, whatever.
Sure. It's like the value, the net worth
it's
from
very
being
very
attractive
difficult to
kinda
be like, oh,
justifies-
30 million fucking dollars worth of men seem to uphold that as a
Right.
beauty standard. So it's really hard to disagree with that. But I mean, man,
Yeah.
some of these answers were really fucking bad.
What about you?
I think 100 men would rate me.
100,000.
100,000 men would rate me like either a 6 or a 7, and I'll say 6.
Okay. Wow. I'm okay. There were some little high estimates. I think. I guess my question? Why don't average-looking women just say they're average-looking? I'm average. You know, they say you're an average-looking woman. I'm average. Why can't women say that?
I think they perceive their value too much from society as being attractive, one, and the other one is nowadays, especially with social media, they are gaslit to believe they're more attractive than they are by desperate coomers in their comments and DMs.
Sure, and you know, there's this.
Doing it ain't easy.
There's this concept of Dunning-Kruger. Typically, it applies more so to people's self-assessment of their own intelligence. So people typically, as you tend to get a bit more stupider, as you get stupider,
Girls go to Jupiter.
Jupiter, you tend to start to overestimate your own intelligence. And I actually think this is somewhat related also to attractiveness. I think people have a tendency to overestimate their own attractiveness in the same sort of way that the sort of cognitive bias that is observed with the Dunning-Kruger effect as it relates to intelligence. But I guess to the 10, the 8, the 9, well, you gave a troll answer. What if we, instead of using a number, if we could use an adjective, do you think you are beautiful?
Yes.
Do you think you are beautiful?
Absolutely.
Do you think you're beautiful?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay. Are you gorgeous?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you stunning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Not every day.
Okay, sure.
Okay, and I have one more. Are you coping?
I don't care if I'm pretty.
No, the answer. Are you coping?
No, there's nothing to
Okay,
cope
are
with.
you coping?
Can you like elaborate what you mean by
You don't
that?
know what coping is?
Well, like I know what coping mechanisms are. I just don't know what you mean by like that in comparison to this statement is all.
Oh, well, I mean, that sounds like cope. Are you coping?
I don't
See,
think
I'm not the
so.
only
Are you
one who
coping?
thought
I don't think so.
Okay. I have a different metric. I was thinking about this the entire plane ride down. Like, how can I rephrase this question? And I think I have the best fucking way to phrase this. So I'm going to try it this way. So have you ever heard the like wouldn't look twice at her? Who's ever heard that? Anybody? Okay, yeah. So I say if a guy would look twice, you're a 2. So every time he would look, right, that ups your score, right? So that's what I think. So based on that, how many times if a guy was passing by, would he look?
That's not fair, because how many times does Gorlock get relooked at, you know? Is that why she's a 10?
Well, hang on. I think that people purposely try to look away from Gorlock. That's what I think. They like wouldn't look twice. Literally is Gorlock. You look and they go, oh my God, and you don't ever want to look again. So that's my rebuttal. So based on 1 to 10, based on that criteria, what's your number?
I was just gonna say I don't look at someone I perceive a 10 out of 10
Okay,
times.
what's your number?
Higher than 10, they won't stop looking sometimes.
5, 6.
10.
Women look at you 6 times? They're like, well,
Well, it depends. Like you're saying, like that, like that. Looks like they have like a
that's
spasm in their
beautiful
neck.
though. That's what that looks like
Like
when they're
maybe,
like they just can't keep their eyes off you, right?
Okay, how about when I first met you?
Sure. Okay.
What would you have rated yourself then?
Probably 8, 9.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're spastic. I'm just saying like they can't keep their eyes off you. They just keep looking. You know, like all right.
10.
I'd still say, but I can't say 7, but I would probably pick that. I'd drop it down. But I would give myself about an 8 still, just because regardless of what you think, in Chicago, I'm an attractive woman there, okay? And it's not...
But it's not
Chicago.
about. Listen. Nobody's saying any woman here is not attractive. That's not what's being stated. Not at all.
I'm not saying, like, I've watched this show enough to know that, like, I would never say I'm a 10 because I'm not an Angelina Jolie. I'm not a Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City.
She's not a 10. Okay, let's not.
You don't, well, but see, that's a subjective thing because in my mind, I think Carrie Bradshaw is a fucking, excuse my language, a smoke show. I think she's a 10.
No.
She's incredible looking.
In
and
Sex in the City?
Yeah, and I
At any
strive
point?
to have that kind of fashion.
At
Her
any
curls,
point?
I would kill to have curls like her. She is gorgeous.
Do you agree with me that
Just
Sarah
because you
Jessica
don't think
Parker is
that,
ugly
maybe
as
because
shit,
you're
though?
in Cali and you have like
Do you-
all these gorgeous Cali women.
Like, hey,
all the
would you agree
time.
with that? Sarah Jessica Parker is fucking objectively ugly.
No, I think she's gorgeous.
She's not ugly, Andrew.
She's fucking
a
ugly. That
smoke
chick is an
show.
Ugo.
No,
She was always an Ugo.
but she's like a 6.
No way.
Bro.
Carrie Bradshaw.
I'm being nice.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Sarah.
That's
Yeah.
26.
See, he looked up the image. He knows. Show the image of Sarah Jessica Parker.
And Jesse Reyes is a 10, so don't get that.
Oh, it's so bad.
Well, also she's like in her 50s or some shit.
No, I mean in her prime, she was Ugo.
No, she's not an ugly woman.
She was an ugly woman.
She's
bro.
not an ugly woman. She's like average-ish looking.
She has the nose of the Wicked Witch of the West, bro.
Carrie Bradshaw? Sarah Jessica Parker?
Yeah, the chick would suck all the oxygen out of the room by sitting in it. It's so bad.
People pay to have a nose like
I don't know. Maybe it's just that people find different things attractive. Like, could that be it?
I don't know who we're talking about. Who's this woman?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Again, my question is, why can't just average-looking women just say that they're average-looking?
Because average doesn't mean anything in this
Yes,
context.
it does.
No.
Yes, it
okay,
does.
if you want to round up 100,000
Most
men and
people
have
are
them rate
average.
us, then sure, we can find an average. But other than
Would
that,
you
we're
agree-
guessing.
If we actually did the experiment where we had 100 or 1,000 men in a room and they were being reasonable with their rate, they weren't being fucking dickheads giving you a 1 or whatever. Would you accept would you change your own rating? Would you accept their rating of you?
Of my own perception of myself, no. But
Like,
if you asked me the question, like if 100,000 men were in a room and rated you, and then we actually did that, yeah, I would accept that as the answer to that question.
Would it influence your own self-perception?
No.
To have that many people arrive at an average?
No.
Okay, all right.
That
it's
doesn't.
interesting. I'm just curious for, I guess, these fucking stunners right here. These 4. I mean,
So I'm
these.
curious-
Hold on, really quick.
Stunning.
Really quick. Rate me, and I won't be offended. You can. Just my looks, though.
2.
Just my looks.
2.
Rate me.
2.
Not you, Andrew. 6. Okay.
4.
4.
I'd give you a 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
6.
6. So just to be clear, y'all would be settling for me. Like you would be doing me a favor. Just to be clear, you'd be doing me a favor.
No, like, I mean, on my level of like what I would find attractive in a man and rate you, I still like, for me personally, average is like 5 to 8. Just because I gave myself an 8 doesn't mean that I don't think that's like an average rating. There's like, it's not like mid-range. I don't think like I'm as beautiful as she is, but also I don't think her beauty takes like away from mine, you know what I mean? And for you, it's like you are still an attractive person, and I wouldn't.
I understand.
I don't think you're like.
But I would like to ask you a
have
different.
Your hair and shit.
Hang
you
on,
have a thick beard. Like most men don't even have hair. Like you're above average.
Can I ask you a question though?
Yeah, of course.
Can you describe what an ugly woman looks like?
I don't really know how to describe that because I don't believe there's things.
Could
like
you
that.
describe what an ugly woman looks like?
Like not off the top of my
Discord
head.
neck.
Could you describe what an ugly woman looks like?
I could.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, someone mentioned like
Mike.
someone mentioned like imbalanced features. That is like biologically, unattractive to have very imbalanced features. Probably like dull skin, looks like she doesn't take care of herself. I think
Fat?
I was just gonna say obesity is unattractive. For me, a big thing is you mentioned this earlier. You can tell someone's things that they like care about themselves by the way that they take care of themselves. And
Oh
they're
my God, no, dude. What are you doing? Holy fuck, what are you fucking doing?
I'm sorry, I messed this up.
Bro.
How do I get stream back?
All right.
Oof. So back to this. Back to this. Yeah. So
I think imbalanced features and signs that someone doesn't take care of themselves from the inside.
yeah. Like, for instance, things going against me. Old, got a gut, don't really work out too much. I do now, but not as much as I should. I smoke. All those things would be signs of unattractiveness. Makes sense, right?
I mean, I like nicotine too, but yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I-
Well,
it's a gross
nicotine's
habit.
different than smoking.
That's true. I
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
smoke.
What's that?
I smoke a little
You
bit.
smoke too. Okay. But
I quit the vapes, but I smoke.
yeah, but you get the point,
Yes.
right? Like it makes sense to me. So using those standards, are you able to apply those standards to the women who are sitting next to you and say that you disagree with their rating of themselves?
Yes.
Yes. And do you?
I'm not going to do it.
I know. I'm not asking you to. I know that we're in the box of be nice.
And
I'm
this
just
is-
saying.
And this is purely like
I know.
without knowing
Look,
personalities.
I get it. I'm not trying to get you in the box if you're mean. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to demonstrate that, like, even amongst yourselves, you don't even agree with the ratings of the people who are saying the ratings. Like in your head, as the ratings are going on, just raise your hand. And if I'm full of it, go ahead. You don't have to raise your hand. But when a woman gave a rating based on what they think society would rate her as, right? Raise your hand if you disagreed with any of them.
You're asking everyone?
Everyone.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, makes me think that there might be a wee bit of delusion going on. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
My only disagreement was, though, just hers, because I don't think she's the one. I mean, it's like, just feel like I just don't think she should be giving herself that.
Well, that's the
rating,
distinction
is all.
between humility.
That's like the only one. Other than that, I think everybody was really on point with how they're. I mean, I think she's Jessie Reyes' twin. Like, and I think Jessie Reyes is gorgeous. She's a singer, and I think she literally looks exactly like she could be Jessie Reyes' twin. And she's like a really.
Can you tell me a famous person who's a 10 that you think, a famous woman who you think is a 10? Into the mic, please.
I'm sorry. I'm really
Okay,
trying to
can
recall
you give me a
names.
famous person who you think is a 9? A woman. Is Megan Fox a 9?
Sure, she's a 10.
Okay. So you're 1 point down from Megan Fox.
I've just been in enough
Just-
experience that's just been something that has been
When you say men break their necks
Like
looking at you?
the factor of how many times they look at
looking.
you, that gives you your rating. I've been in experiences. I was just in a club the other night where we had to ask a guy to stop looking at me.
Yeah, we did.
And I'm sorry that you don't believe that that's my experience.
No.
or-
I think that muddied the water, Andrew. That thing.
Yeah,
because
maybe.
now she's
Okay.
going to use.
No,
Oh, well,
I'm just-
this one time,
No, it's
some
not
dude
one
was
time,
a
it's
fucking major
multiple.
simp.
Stop looking at
No,
her.
it's
Bro,
not
you
one
girls,
time. It's multiple
you can't
times that I've
conflate
experienced
sexual
in my life.
attention. You cannot conflate intense sexual attention from, frankly, a small proportion of men, and then map that onto that all men are going to put you in some category of being amongst, like, basically model tier level
Yeah.
looks, super model tier level.
He's right.
looks.
Like, I dismiss what I asked, right? I always try different things. Like, I'm always trying different questions. I'm always trying different methods to try to, like, draw the truth out of people. And it's just how my mind works, right? So, yeah, ignore the double take. I thought it was clever, but you're right. It did just muddy the water.
Well, and I guess just because a guy, by the way, if a guy calls you beautiful or whatever, that doesn't mean, like, you're in the same way that, like, if your
Yeah,
mom,
they want to fuck, right?
like, your mom's like, oh my God, you're so handsome, you're so beautiful. Like, that doesn't mean.
You say my mom fucking lies to me?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
It's just fucking hurt my feelings, Brian. She just told me I was handsome today. So who's a good boy? He's a very handsome boy. Is he lying?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah. But I again, can you think of a female celebrity who you think is a 9?
Sorry, I'm just trying to think.
How about a male celebrity who's a 9? 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Male celebrity.
Male celebrity. I don't know. I would say maybe like Glenn Powell.
Anybody else who?
Ryan Gosling.
I see Glenn Powell, Ryan Gosling, another 9. You know what? Ryan Gosling's perfect. So just to be clear, your self-assessment of your own physical attractiveness puts you on obviously he's a male. There's difference, but wait, Nick, Google Glenn Powell, image search it, please. Your league is Ryan Gosling and Glenn Powell. You can just stare at me, or you
No,
can.
I mean,
that's your league.
I guess I've dated men that are as attractive as them.
But when you say dated, what do you mean dated?
Like a long-term relationship with a man that was as attractive as those men.
You dated men who were just as attractive as Ryan Gosling.
Yes, I
And
have.
Glenn Powell. Nick, do you have a photo of Glenn Powell? So, and also like the body too, like that
Yes.
physically fit, like top
Yes.
1% male.
Yes, I have dated men like that.
I'm not trying to be rude. Like I'm aware. I'm overweight right now. I'm chubby. My dear, you're overweight.
I'm aware of that.
How could you be a 9?
Because I'm not always overweight. Just because I'm.
You're currently overweight. You said
Okay.
I'm currently a 9.
Okay.
Well,
No.
I understand.
But how are you a 9?
I understand. When I said after, that was my own belief in how I see myself. Whenever we went to the point of if it was 100,000 men voting me, I said a 6.
I'm sorry. I also would like to jump in. I want to say, and I again, I don't know how to word these in ways that don't seem personal. I would argue you're more attractive than Glenn Powell and less attractive than Ryan Gosling, right?
Powell's, like,
and
average.
well, my point
she's
here,
more attractive?
than Glenn Powell, yes, genuinely 100%. I pinky promise you. Now, what I'm saying here is I wouldn't rate. I would rate both of them at other numbers than 9s, right? And that's not relevant to the conversation, but. She rated them both at 9. All of our standards are different. We're all looking at the same pictures and seeing different things. Like I personally don't think that Glenn Powell's body is the most attractive
that's
body
fair.
a guy
Give
can
me
have.
the 9.
I didn't say it was the most
I'll tell you what.
attractive.
I'll just grant this for a second. Who's the 9 for you?
Of men?
That we can pull up.
On it, I do think that Ryan Gosling does land at a 9, most
Okay,
likely.
what about Glenn Powell?
Glenn Powell, I would say probably around 6.
Okay, now give
Glenn
us
Powell a
now
fucking
give us a
6.
new name that's not either of them that you would rate a 9.
That I would rate a 9?
Could be a singer, could be whoever.
Harry Styles, I guess.
Harry Styles.
I find him to be very
9.
attractive.
Glenn Powell.
This has been an argument with my friends for a long time. I think Glenn Powell is not very attractive.
Wait, like I can say that he's like societally very attractive, but he's like not attractive to me. And like the celebrity I would think
fair.
of would probably not be attractive to other people, like my ideal.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
who's
mean,
that?
Manny Montana.
Is that?
Well, you can't see him right now, but like he's probably not everyone's 10.
This is just like I do genuinely wholeheartedly believe she is out of Glenn Powell's league.
Makes sense.
She would be settling for Glenn Powell.
I don't. Well,
Looks-wise.
looks wise, yes.
So, what about body? Just strictly body. So, okay, maybe you're doing a face assessment. So, again, I'm not trying to be insulted. Like, I'm fucking overweight. I'm a fatty. I get it. She's overweight. At least in the photos that we saw of Glenn Powell, the guy's like top 1% in terms of body.
I personally don't find his body type very physically attractive, but that's just a me thing.
He's physically fit.
Yeah, I think that being fit is a good thing. Yeah, but I don't think that
What constitutes male attractiveness as it relates to body?
Well, can you pull up the
Absent
pictures again, and I can really reevaluate? Because I think too much muscle definition isn't really my thing personally.
He's not a bodybuilder.
Yeah, he's not.
Maybe I
He's
didn't
just
take
like
a very good
really
look at it.
fit-
I don't look up photos of him on my spare time. You pulled it up.
What
There was a shirtless
constitutes-
picture of him chiseled as fuck.
What
Like,
constitutes like a attractive male body to you? Like more towards fat versus fit?
I tend to lean toward leaner. I find muscle
Glenn Powell.
attractive. I think too much muscle is unattractive.
Glenn
I
Powell.
think that.
These are all Glenn Powell features.
Can you? I'm sorry. I would love for you to pull him back up. I got a tiny glimpse at the shirtless
Like,
photo.
You
of
know what's
him.
actually interesting? When we make this discussion about body, we're talking objective, subjective, or universal. There's really compelling arguments as to the subjectivity of like facial attractiveness. That's much more nuanced, and there's much more cultural differences. However, when it comes to assessments, at least of male peak physical attractiveness as assessed by women, and again, look, I actually think women prefer the like super bodybuilder, like maybe for fitness girls, they like the like full on super gigantic bodybuilder types.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
Not all of them.
I think there's like very clear universality. Women will continually move towards physical fitness.
Yes.
As it relates to body attractiveness. So this doesn't mean like super giant, but if he's got some
fit.
degree of muscle
Yeah, he's
definition and
fit.
fitness, that's.
I think it
that's-
tells you about abilities and like where your discipline lies. Like it tells you more about their mind when you can see how someone takes care of themselves.
I would argue in extreme cases it does. Like if someone, who looks like you, I can make assumptions about your lifestyle, right? But I do definitely think that people can have very similar lifestyles and still look relatively different. Again, the extremes obviously do show things about
They're
your
not
life.
really going to be looking relatively different if one's in the gym every 2 days and the other one's not.
Yeah, that's the extreme. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's not the extreme.
I do think
We're talking about people who just have like they're basically taking care of themselves, and then those who aren't. And it is the case that you can have what's called skinny fat. We all know exactly what fucking skinny fat is. Okay, there's no muscle tone, there's no nothing, right? They're skinny, but it's squishy. And so the thing is like it is the case objectively. If you have women rate men, right, especially on body type, Brian's absolutely right about this. And there's actual data on this from dating apps. If the man is moved towards the lean side, not necessarily the bodybuilder, he's right about that too. They don't have to be huge, but if they move towards the lean side, especially if they have a flat stomach and they have good muscle tone, there's almost universal agreement, then that's better than dad bod.
Sure. I mean, like there are general preferences. I didn't argue that. But I mean, okay, I have a question for you like in a very genuine sense. Do you think that you could take a good guess at how often I am in the gym? And I promise you I won't be offended.
Not that often. At least not if you're doing strength training. Not that often.
Not if I'm doing strength training? Do you mean if my goal is to gain muscle, I'm not in the gym very often?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to know if you're right?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say so.
Well, you wouldn't say so to any truth, though. When you say I wouldn't
Why
say
is it
so,
that
can
you
I just ask you this?
Yes.
How many fucking times are you in the gym doing strength training?
Doing strength training? As
Yeah.
of the last 2 weeks, not so much. I've been working
Yeah.
40 hours a
Yeah,
week.
so, I mean, so you could have just said, Andrew.
No, but I am
you're
going to
right.
argue. I am going to argue.
Andrew, you're
no,
right,
I am
but you
gonna
couldn't
argue.
do it.
I am going to argue with you that in the past 2 weeks, my body has not changed significantly.
That's true.
The time in
which makes me
no,
think
no, no,
before
hey,
those 2 weeks.
I would love to
you
finish what I was
also
saying.
didn't.
It would be really great
Yeah, I know,
if you
but
wouldn't mind.
I need some concessions.
Okay, so
though.
here's the conversation we're going to have.
Okay.
Over the summer,
I can't wait to hear the conversation we're going to have.
For 3 months consecutively, I was in the gym at least every other day. Genuinely without any faults. I looked the exact same as I do now.
What does that
Yeah.
mean? Doing what?
Doesn't mean anything. Were you
It
doing
depends
strength
on the.
training? Were you doing cardio?
Do we
or
want
were you doing
to talk about my
strength
push days, my pull days, my leg days, or my cardio days? Which one?
Let's talk about your strength days.
Which is 3 of the 4 categories. I
Yeah,
just
and
listed.
how often were you in there doing strength training?
3 days out of a week.
And what did that look like?
I mean, my leg days, I was doing the leg presses. I don't know the names of the machine, but I can
You
describe
don't know
them.
that. You don't know the names.
No,
you
I-
take your gym life real serious.
You're wearing cargo pants, and we've seen the upper half of your body.
Yes.
Asking the question of Andrew, do you think I work out? First off,
My
women
point
don't
is
put
you
on
can't
upper
tell.
body musculature.
That's my point.
nearly
You
to the
can't
same-
tell.
Yeah, but men don't give a fuck about your arm.
No, what I'm not claiming that it looks better or
men
worse.
care-
I'm claiming that it's not
Question.
representative of lifestyle.
I feel like I can tell. Actually, I do feel like I can kind of tell if a woman is doing strength training or not by definition. And yeah, I don't think you are. Or if you are,
I
you're not
think
doing
that during
much.
the times in my life when I was doing significantly more strength training than I am now, and I'm not saying that I was ever buff. I wasn't. But
I'm
during
not
the,
even talking about buff. I'm talking about
Okay,
shape. There's
what I'm
body
trying to
shapes.
tell you is there were times in my life that I genuinely was significantly more active than I am now. I was genuinely strength training. I was dieted. I was paying attention to protein. Who does that? Anyways,
Don't map-
but
don't-
I looked the same as I do now.
Don't map on men's. You're doing this thing that's really common.
What
I
thing
think
am I
women
doing?
think about the things that they're attracted to in men, and then they map that onto what they think men are attracted to. So you're saying, well, I'm in the gym and I'm doing push and pull and I'm working your upper body. Men don't give a fuck about your
I don't
upper body
care.
muscle definition.
I don't care.
It's not an attraction trigger for men.
I don't care.
We're talking about looks.
No, the argument
We're
was whether or
talking
not
about
looks are
looks.
representative of lifestyle. I'm not arguing whether or not it's attractive.
I think
Okay,
they
then I
are.
don't care about that.
Hang on. If they're not, then what is your first assumption when you see someone who's fat?
Genuinely, unless it is an extreme length, I do not make assumptions. I have
I
known.
don't mean fat. I don't mean you got a gut. I mean you're fat.
If it is to an extreme length, yeah, you can make the
I'm not even
assumption that
meaning an extreme length. They're like 40 pounds overweight, 30 pounds overweight. They're not 100 pounds overweight.
I
You
mean,
still
I don't
you
actually-
make no pre-assumptions.
no.
Yeah,
I don't
right.
really know what 40 pounds looks like in practice.
All right.
I can't picture that.
I think women need to wake up. Women need a wake up
40
call.
is he 40 pounds overweight? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
He said,
I'm 40 pounds overweight for sure.
yeah.
Okay, yeah,
I should be 40 pounds less.
okay. Then I guess if someone's 40 pounds overweight, I would make a lifestyle judgment.
There you go.
Funny how that works.
Well, I didn't make a claim before because I said I couldn't picture it. Now I can picture it, so I can make
She's
a claim.
picturing it. Love it. I think women need a wake up call and realize that they're not nearly as attractive as they think they are. Nick, you'll pull up the Discord here in just a moment. I also think if we lined up every woman on earth and put her next to her male looks equivalent, 99% of women would be completely mortified. I think
with no makeup especially.
the average woman doesn't realize she's average. Thus, the average woman does not want to date the average man, even though that is her league.
Can I give a great example of this? Mm-hmm. Okay, so, and again, none of this is designed to be mean. All we're trying to do is talk about when it comes to dating or when it comes to relationships, that people often have, especially women, a much greater kind of idea about themselves than they should. And that's just because all women get male attention all the time. And it doesn't really matter how fucking ugly they are or how fat they are, they get male attention. They do. So the thing is like, I know what my DMs look like. I don't want to know what her DMs look like. Okay, but I can fucking tell you that she has 3 secretaries. Okay, so the thing is like, and you probably need a secretary, and all of you probably need a secretary to go through all of your DMs, right? That's how it works.
Not a secretary, but there's
There's a fucking lot. Okay, but that's not you. That's every fucking woman. And it's not
every,
you.
Not every woman has.
No, it's every woman. I'm telling you.
Every woman who posts actively on
Yes,
social
if you
media
pass- if you're
and
yeah,
doesn't
it's
look
every
like
woman.
Quasimodo.
Is that a guess, or
And
because she
here's-
literally has 3 P?
Yeah, well, it was a guess. Okay, I'm just basing it on popularity, right? Versus that. I'm pretty good at it at this
But don't
point.
you think more
Hang on.
attractive-
Let me finish what I'm
Go ahead,
saying.
go ahead.
To the viewer out there who's watching this right now, I'm going to tell you a bunch of things that they think that aren't fucking true at all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
None of you look on that screen like you look when I'm looking at you. None of you. None of you look anything like that. There's enhancement due to the lighting, due to the makeup, due to everything that makes you very photogenic, above and beyond what you actually look like in person. Now, I know how that sounds, but
feel like
hang on.
that's
Let me
also-
finish. Let me finish.
Mm-hmm.
None of you, right? I actually do look about the same, right? Whether you're looking at me there or here, I look about the same.
I
Brian?
think you look better in person.
Maybe. I might actually look better here
I
than
feel like
I do
I
there.
look better in person.
But the thing is like, I'm telling you, it does, the makeup and everything else does a huge number. And then there's the clothing. So I wear what's comfortable, right? Not what makes me look great. I wear what's comfortable. Women, they tend to wear, and they spend hours making sure that their clothing presents them in the best light possible. Okay? Let me ask you this, and I'm going to hope to God you guys tell me the truth, but I'm going to hope. How long did it take you to pick your outfit for today's show?
10 minutes.
Okay, that might be true. You?
10 minutes, but it took longer to actually make it wearable because it was ruined before.
How much time did you spend on your makeup?
20.
Nope.
Bruce?
Oh, gosh.
God damn.
I'm so sorry. It was like trying to creep through a tiny little space.
And then how much time did you spend on your makeup?
Probably about 40 minutes.
Don't toss that.
How much time did
0
you
on
spend?
makeup.
I figured
10 or
that.
15 on picking the suit after the color recommendation.
How much time did you spend on your makeup?
I'm not wearing makeup.
Yeah, none?
I promise you I'm not.
Okay. And then clothes, you just threw on whatever?
I
There
picked
was
a shirt out of the
top on
back of my car so I wouldn't have to stop home.
Okay.
I just have mascara on and like lip gloss. Like
And then-
literally, I don't wear
okay.
makeup at all.
Got it. And then he didn't make any selection for clothing?
This I picked out sooner. I went through a few outfits, but I wanted to be a little more modest. And again, I have self-harm scars, so I was in between on, like, I just wanted.
How
to be
much
a little
time?
Well, I live in Chicago, so I packed my outfit like 2 weeks ago.
How much time did you spend picking it, though?
Probably like 30 minutes to an hour because I again went through a few outfits.
I spent like 40 minutes on my makeup and like less than 5 on picking out my outfit, which is unusual. I usually am more picky with what I wear, but
Yeah.
I was running out the door. So
Yeah. And then over here?
10 minutes on my makeup and probably. I went through a few different outfit choices in my head over the past few days contemplating, but this morning I wanted to go with something that was comfortable. 10-minute choice.
And then here?
No makeup, and my boyfriend chose my dress.
Okay, got it. The point is, though, is like, I spent exactly 30 seconds picking my fucking outfit and then ran out the door and came over here, right? I combed my hair. That was it. It took about 1 minute, right? The distinction is that, I guess what I'm trying to demonstrate is that it's not just the idea that everything is photogenic and enhanced and there's makeup involved and there's outfit selection involved. There's also augmentation that's usually involved. Women have all sorts of augmentations that they give themselves constantly. Boob enhancements, butt enhancements, liposuction, all kinds of shit, right? Men don't do any of that. And I feel like if none of that is present to equalize, right, that generally I actually don't know that women in modernity are the fairer sex. And I'm not actually confident that that it is the case that this kind of like overwhelming sense that they have that they're just gorgeous, all of them seem to think so, is justified or founded.